Hey everybody, this is Dust for Dust to Dawn Gaming. Um, kind of disappointed right now. Uh, so I'm trying to use Mana Trader's trade function a couple of times. Uh, talked to their support a couple times. For some reason, trades were not connecting. What's supposed to happen is their trade system is supposed to deliver the deck. That was not working, and attempting to trade the bot directly was also not working. So in order to produce content again, unfortunately, I did have to cut ties with mana traders and actually buy a deck, like a lot of people end up doing. I chose a deck that I personally have enjoyed probably the most of the decks I've played, which was 5-color Death Shadow, the Clay Spicker original build. So that is what we're going to be grinding with for now. You've got the basically 4 colors in the main deck, with Terminate being the red splash. Got Tarmogoyf and Death Shadow as your main threats. Thoughtseize, Inquisition. Usual Death Shadow stuff. Sideboard, you have the various white cards for grindier matchups. We've played this deck once already, so not a huge surprise. You've got your Lingering Souls, Ranger of Eos with the Godless Shrine for the grindier matchups. A lot of the times you're taking out the red cards when you're doing this. You have your Stubborn Denial and Disdainful Strokes for big mana decks and non-creature spells. Lilion, the Last Hope as the Statcaster, and Kozilek's Return for smaller creature decks. Ancient Grudge for artifacts decks such as Affinity and Lantern Control. And Goreplanning Rampager when you need to have a Temur Battle Rage-esque effect. So we're going to be grinding some 5-color Death Shadow for a while, which, I mean, I like to bring you guys variety of content, but due to matters beyond my control, both with schoolwork and now with issues with mana traders, we're going to be grinding one deck for a little while. Hope you guys all bear with me. I will love to get you guys multiple decks again. Hopefully we'll build off of this deck and end up finding decks we can all enjoy. That being said, a lot of you that grind MTGO are used to playing with one specific deck, or some streamers do primarily play one specific deck, like Canister being known for Lantern Control a lot of the times, Shock Troopa being known for Mono Blue Tron, and other players are known for one specific deck as well. So, definitely have chosen a worse deck. This is a deck that I do enjoy. Its sequencing can be a little bit tricky, but it's a deck that has a lot of play against a lot of archetypes, so, it's a more aggressive version of Death Shadow. I enjoy that. And it has a lot of flexible tools with the 5-color mana base. Granted, it can be tricky, but, deck wins. So, hopefully we'll get some quick matches here tonight and be able to get through this league pretty quickly. But to be fair, now that I'm not borrowing cards, I don't necessarily have to complete the league in one sitting. So, alright. Death Shadow grind day 1 begin. Yes, I'd like to play first. Wish our opponent good luck. Hand's a little top heavy, or a little bit land heavy, but I think we keep it. Overgrown Tomb into Thoughtseize, see what our opponent's working with over there. Our opponent is Burn. Riftbolt, Riftbolt, Firecraft, and Eidolon of the Great Revel. So I think I take the Firecraft here. It's a card that represents the most damage. So going to 15 in our first turn is not ideal, but alright, Monastery Swiftspear, sure. Death Shadow, huh? So fetch go to 12. I could put myself to 11 by just using this. Go ahead and kill the Swiftspear here. I think we get our Swamp. Play out a Death Shadow. Pass to our opponent. Presume our opponent will play Eidolon here. Bing bing. Nope, suspend Riftbolt. Suspend Riftbolt. It's kind of risky from our opponent's point of view. Of course I get Stubborn Denial now that I can't fetch a blue source. So opponent's going to put us to 5 next turn, presumably. Play out Death Shadow. So I kind of goofed a little bit of my sequencing here. I could have gotten the... this out tapped and pass. Guess our opponent could technically Riftbolt these Death Shadows, which would be kind of foolish. But if they want to... oh, they're going at our face. Okay. It's kind of risky. They have Boros Charm. Alright, then we're just dead. Alright. Opponent had the Boros Charm, which did save them a little bit of problems. So maybe I was too aggressive with the Dismember on the... Having a card like Collective Brutality would be nice in the sideboard, but this particular list didn't run that. I think I just get the Dismember out of here. Everything else just kind of makes sense for what it does. Thoughtseize into Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So how am I fetching here? Nothing like the good old 16-point start. Overgrown Tomb. Yes. Let's see what they have. Searing Blaze, Swift Spear, Searing Blaze, Lightning Helix. Take the Swift Spear. Surround them without a turn 1 play. Alright, Fatal Push. So Tarmogoyf's already a 3/4. I hate shocking myself again, but probably correct. Yep, opponent has no play. Tarmogoyf's a 3/4. Searing Blaze would make it a 4/5. And presumably we don't have to do any more damage to ourselves. So, alright, well, I mean, Death Shadow is a card. We just play out Tarmogoyf here. No sense in taking unnecessary damage. Will they hit us with a Helix here? Probably. Oh, Searing Blaze on one of our Mogoyfs. So opponent. Don't want to fetch this Bloodstained Mire unless I absolutely have to. So we know they have a Blaze and a Helix in their hand. Plus to 8. Yeah, we can't afford it. I should have played Death Shadow there. I'm an idiot. Yep, Helix puts us to 7. Riftbolt puts us to 4. And are we just dead? Searing Blaze plus another spell and we're dead. Off to a bit of an inauspicious start. Well, see what Inquisition reveals. Are we dead? Huh? 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 Are we dead? Mm. Looks like the answer to that is yes. Which I don't understand why our opponent just didn't go for it during our turn, but, you know, whatever. Oh. Deflecting palm on what? So which one did deflecting palm target? Alright, this is kind of an... Oh, okay, deflecting palms on that Tarmogoyf, sure. Alright, so our opponent has to brick on one draw. So either a land or a creature in our opponent's dead. We did. Alright. Somehow we won that game. Do. So, upon further reflection, I think I want the Rampager. Do any of these other cards make sense? Got one of those for a Street Wraith. Feels like we should not have won that game. No land. This feels like a mulligan. Another no lander. Alright, I mean, we'll keep this one. Stubby G. Feels like a bottom. Goblin God? Yep. So we're gonna know real quick if we hit a land here. Nope, Death Shadow. Termagoyf. Alright, another Death Shadow. Eidolon. Yep, feels like an Eidolon. Land would be nice here. Alright. Alright, so puts me to 11. Not good. I'm not even sure what the heck our strategy is this game. Survive? I don't know. Alright, opponent's going further down on their life total. Searing Blaze, okay. Got a Swiftest of Spears. Aye, Chihuahua. That's a lot of Swift Spearage. Alright. Hmm. Put us to 2. Burn spell kills us. I don't think there's really a whole lot else we can do here. Am I dead? Probably. Well, that was a fun match. Ugh. Mulligan to 5 on the draw, lose. Yep, I think I definitely want to get some Brutality somewhere back in this sideboard. Still the best card in this deck in a lot of matchups. So, for those of you watching, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. Would be loving to play other decks, but some issues with mana traders. A couple different times now I've tried to borrow decks and just didn't work out, so we're not able to connect trades. So we're grinding some Death Shadow from the foreseeable future. This is a pretty easy mulligan. This hand's pretty awful, but I think we keep it. We'll keep a traverse here. Oh, Scred. Delightful. Alright, so I don't want to draw another land here. So I think I'll go ahead and grab Watery Grave since I already have the Overgrown Tomb. Card that I'm most afraid of is Blood Moon, obviously. So we draw our swamp. It's unfortunate. So Scred. This may not be Scred Red. This may be. Well, this might be actually all in red, not Scred Red. Nope, it's Scred. Take Koth. So we'll play Overgrown Tomb here. Traverse 4. A Death Shadow and pass. So our opponent's hand has Everflowing Chalice and a couple of lands. Opponent scoops it up. Alright. Our opponent is some rendition of Scred Red. Scred Red's main sources of attack are Blood Moon and Planeswalkers, so there is some consideration to these cards. Lingering Souls feels kind of eh. They do tend to play Relic, especially in post-board games, so I have to be very careful about exactly how I'm boarding here. Lingering Souls can be annoying against Scred Red, but am I taking? No, I'm not taking the Terminates out because they usually have Stormbreath Dragons, etc. at the top end. So what am I cutting then? Abrupt Decay theoretically can attack a Blood Moon, but generally speaking, they're going to be able to give me these Fatal Pushes, come out. What else am I boarding in then? Rampager? Yeah, Fatal Push needs to come out, because the only targets they might have, I have to be able to trigger Revolt, because their likely targets are Eternal Scourge and Boros Reckoner is played less frequently. I think I just go ahead and submit like this. Need to be able to tag their Blood Moons. Thanks, Mython. Alright, so do I risk keeping this hand? Got 2 redraws at a land. I think the answer is yes, because the rest of this hand's pretty good, especially if our opponent's mulliganing to 5. And what do they do with our scry? Scry a card to the bottom. Since we have no control over what we're drawing anyway, they have an ever-flowing chalice they're going to draw. We really need to hit a land drop. Well, I mean, redraws are nice-ish. Yep, shouldn't have kept this hand. Cheh! Yep. I had no business winning that match. Obviously, they were stuck on lands too. Oh, wow. It's been a bizarre week. Very bizarre week. Guess I'd like to play first. Jeez. 4 lands, 2 removal spells. I don't think we can keep this. This hand is much, much better. Scry a Traverse. What does Traverse do for us? Not much. Alright, so cycle the Street Wraith. Alright, Stubborn Denial. Out Watery Grave, Shocking, and pass. Bloodstained Mire can get us a Wooded Foothills. Curious. Wooded Foothills is most likely either Escape Shift or Burn, neither of which this hand is particularly good against, but maybe we'll get a better idea of what our opponent's playing here in a minute. Fetch, get a looks like Escape Shift. It is Escape Shift. They're not having a particularly good draw. What does Traverse do for us here? Allows us to go get a swamp. Puts a sorcery in the graveyard, which I think is relevant. Play out our swamp. Does mean we're not getting another creature into play, so maybe that wasn't correct. Alright, opponent's got a bizarre start. Presuming this means something like Prismatic Omen or something along those lines. Possibly nothing? Wow. Would really like to see a discard spell. Alright, well, I mean, Fatal Push is a card. Not a particularly good one, but it's a card. Lay out another McGroif. And if our opponent plays anything, they might. Opponent has had a bizarre draw. What kind of hand did they keep? Presuming this is Scape Shift, what did they keep? Alright, Polluted Delta. Play Death Shadow. I still don't have... Okay, that was dangerous. Wonder if they're like Breach Titan or something? Sure. That was kind of foolishness. Must be a concession. Yeah, so the only thing I can think of is maybe they were trying to set up through the Breach Titan there. The only thing that made like some amount of sense from how slow their draw was. Man, we've had a very bizarre league so far. So I want the Disdainful Strokes. I want the Rampager. Possibly Stubby D. Get these Fatal Pushes out of here. And Abrupt Decay? Is that the final cut? I mean, they could have Prismatic Omen. I think is the main thing I would care about. Use cuts just Dismember. Since Dismember doesn't really kill the stuff that I want it to. Yeah. I mean, Abrupt Decay. What does this hand do? Good a 15 on 1. We draw a second land. This hand's pretty fantastic. It looks like our opponent has a much better start this game. Looks like a turn 1 search for tomorrow. Nope. Land? Nope. Alright, well. Go get Overgrown Tomb here. That way, regardless of what land we draw, we can cast McGoif next turn. Thoughtseize. Okay, their hand is Lightning Bolt, Sakura Tribe Elder, Farseek, and Wood Elves. So I can't take them off of either their 2-drops. So I think it's one of the ramp spells, but which one? Probably Wood Elves. Simply because that's a blocker they can leave in play, which might end up being relevant. There's the mountain. There's Steve. We need a land, please. Alright, it's sort of a land. I think we're just developing too slowly this game. There's the Stomping Ground. Farseek, yep. The only card we know about in our opponent's hand right now is Lightning Bolt. Steve. Just a 14. Land. Ugh. Another Traverse. Well, play out Lurgoyf and go. See what our opponent has here. Alright, that's kind of bizarre timing. Okay, another Elder. Prismatic Omen. So our opponent's hand is Bolt and Unknown. Tch. We really don't need them to hit. Well, if they have land... Nope, they don't have... Alright, what do you have here? Hour of Promise? Yeah, we're pretty well dead here. In fact, I do believe we are just actually dead. Yeah. Alright. Hand did just not come together. And these cards make sense. Pushes, no. I think we have the right configuration. It's just... We would have drawn another fetch land. I think we would have been in very great shape that game. So I think we keep this hand, but we are definitely lacking in pressure. So keeps their hand. I think we use this to go get Watery Grave. Use this to cast Inquisition. See what kind of nonsense they've got. Search for Tomorrow, Search for Tomorrow, Search for Tomorrow, and Sakura Tribe Elder. The Elder is the only thing we can really take realistically here. Wait, our opponent kept a one-lander? Huh. Come on, threat. Alright, well, play Mishra's Bauble. Target ourselves. See a Stubborn Denial. ahead and get a red source here. So that red source is Blood Crypt. Pass. Actually, Stubborn Denial might not have been the worst choice in the world. Oh, we draw it anyway. Okay. Instead, they draw a Steve-O. Well, we may die just from lack of drawing relevant spells. Really think it's possible our opponent should have sacked their Elder at the end of turn. And they're going to run that into a Stubborn Denial. Okay, fine by me. Alright, another Disdainful Stroke. Can't complain about that. So I can just kill Baloth. Wow. Okay. With some very weird sequencing. Sure. Problem is, we're not a control deck, so these cards are only going to buy us so much time. Can I draw the 4th Search for tomorrow? Yeah, sure. Search, search. Come on, threat. I guess Traverse technically counts as a threat. Question is, which one do I go get here? Just grab the swamp. So actually that was dumb. I should have went and grabbed. Should have fetched Shocked here. I guess we grabbed Death Shadow since it's the only one I can cast this turn. Hold up, Disdainful Stroke. Disdainful Stroke and terminate. Oh, yuck. Wow. How many punts can I make? Alright, here comes Elder. Baloth. Prismatic Omen. Yep, gonna let that one resolve. At least we have the answer to that one. Alright, there's my Lurgoyf. So now you're saying there's a chance. So puts our opponent up to 21. Is that worth a disdainful stroke? I think the answer is yes. Because Stubborn Denial covers some of the other nonsense. Don't like going after the Sakura Tribe Elder like this, but don't think I really have a choice. We gotta get our clock on. Hmm. Wood Elves, sure. Hmm. It's gonna buy them too much time. Alright, Disdainful Stroke was a good one. Block and sack. Yep. I will stroke your Titan. traverse. I think traverse is a good one. Traverse, go get another Lurgoyf. Or is there some other? Oh crap, I could have killed them this turn. Huh. Know your deck. Know your deck. Know your deck. Know your deck. Alright. Wow. Not punished by our punt or slow start. But I should have remembered about the Rampager. That would have been lethal a turn before. Hi. I will be right back in a second. Alright. Let's try to get some positive momentum here going, despite all the punting. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Normally I would have a lot wider variety of decks, but had some issues with how I was getting those decks, so now we're stuck with one deck for a little while. Yeah, hand seems fine. Verdant Catacombs pass. What does that mean? So guess we lead on Inquisition here, gives us a better idea of what the heck our opponent's doing. Oh, humans. Yuck, yuck, yuck. So, Reflector Mage is a pain in the ass. Yeah, I like the deck. I really do like the deck. But my problem is, I was paying for a service that allowed you to borrow cards, and for some reason the last couple of days, every time I went to borrow cards, the trade wouldn't be initiated, and so opponent can... Oh, they're not 4-color. They must be collected company humans. So, Mayor of Averbrook. Mishra's Bubble. So I think... I don't think Stubborn Nile is a huge thing right now, so I'm going to go ahead and target them. So the card coming up is Thalia, Heretic Cathar. So in that case, I'm going to want to get this down. Go ahead and get my red source here. And pass. So their Mare won't flip. We're drawing a Bloodstained Mire. So that's not the greatest, but it does give us access to... So we're going to take one here, which is... I'm perfectly fine with this exchange. Gah. Where did he make... Did he play Jund or did he play 5-color? I should have terminated something on end step. Probably should have been the Mare. So we know our opponent has Reflector Mage. What the hell? We got a lead on Inquisition here. Their hand is, yeah, just flat up stacked. So all of these cards are bad for us. What am I supposed to take here? I think Thalia's Lieutenant's the most annoying at the moment. Play out Blood Crypt. Pass. Dear Lord, I am punting so freaking much today. Hit for 4. One has Reflector Mage and one unknown. So I guess I'm terminating and Abrupt Decaying here. So I'll just go ahead and pass. Don't really care if Mayor flips right now. I'll have to take a look at it once this is done. So Abrupt Decay. This. Terminate Thalia. This does feel like a bit of a losing fight, though. Let's get another champion, sure. Got another Murgoyf. Actually, I think what we do here is we play both copies of Murgoyf. Their opponent's Reflector Mage is only somewhat minimally effective. We know that's one of the cards in their hand. And they are definitely constrained by mana. They push damage. They do not. Alright. Alright, that allows us to get access to Stubborn Denial. This, however, is going to get us a Death Shadow. Play out the Death Shadow. So I think we still attack with Tarmogoyf. Is that too risky this turn? Yeah, I think that's too risky this turn. Especially since I want to crack for... Of course you have another Reflector Mage. Why wouldn't you, right? Humans doing human things. We got a 2. I don't know if there's any 1 draw that saves us here. That is definitely not it. What changes did he make to the deck? Because the list I'm playing is exactly Spicklemeyer's list. I don't really think there's a whole lot in the sideboard for this matchup. Liliana, the Last Hope, might be okay. Kozilek's Return might be okay. Rampager is probably alright. We didn't even see a... I think I want the Rampager. I think the Last Hope is too cute. And we might want Kozilek's Return. So I think I'll shave a Street Wraith and a... maybe a Thoughtseize. Because I can't help but think this is a collected company build of the deck. I mean, it may not be. This may just be straight up human, like a 4-color humans deck with no collected company. I mean, we'll keep it. It's not great. Well, let's play Bauble. Target ourselves. We'll do that if there's a third game done, but for some reason I get the feeling this is... Alright, I'll take a look at it when this match is over. For some reason I get the feeling this is not Alright, maybe it's just 4 color humans. Rest in peace. Thalia's Lieutenant, Thalia's Lieutenant. Freebooter. Man, this hand is a mess. Maybe they're just like 4 or 5 color humans. I don't know. They're playing some weird mana base. Maybe they don't have Cavernous Souls, so they're trying to make up for it. So I think the take is it's either Rest in Peace or Freebooter. I think we just take the Freebooter and hope they jam Rest in Peace. Alright, there's Death Shadow. So I can traverse here. Get another Death Shadow, I think. Pass. Hold up Stubborn Denial and Fatal Push this turn. Human. So yes, the card that shouldn't be in my deck came back to save me here. Land, please. Okay, cool. Oh. Probably want to get Breeding Pool here so I have access to all my colors. Death Shadow. Death Shadow. Opponent be able to jam like Manus Rider here, which would be annoying. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, this looks like Manus Rider. Question is, do they attack with it? Alright, sure. Can we kill them this turn? Go to 9. Yeah, opponent's just dead. Grab Overgrown Tomb. Make sure 7, they go to 9, 18. Death Shadow, doing Death Shadow things. Yeah. Alright, now let's get these Staticaster and get the Stubborns out, even though they did kind of save us a little bit there. Alright, we let the Liliana in. Staticaster. mean, yeah, I guess they can kill things conceivably. Strokes, no. Grudges, no. Do we want a Thoughtseize or a Street Wraith? I guess a Thoughtseize. Just breaking up their synergies. Yeah, sometimes Death Shadow does Death Shadow things, and even piss poor play and distraction. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can break up enough of their synergies. We don't have a removal spell, which kind of sucks. Alright, no, they got Cavern too. What a bizarre... Alright, we got Fatal Push. So... Overgrown Tomb... I don't think there's anything with Street Wraith we could cycle and hit here, but I guess I'll go ahead and cycle it. Another Fatal Push. Just think we want to Inquisition them. Meddling Mage. Mare. I've been streaming for about, this time around, about 4 months. I think we take Meddling Mage here. Next time we take Zathra Necromancer. Been streaming for about 4 months this time around. I used to have a YouTube page a year and a half ago. Created a new one, started streaming again. And then I was using a source to borrow cards, but that source I've had some issues with them the last couple days, so went and bought a finished buying the pieces for 5-color Death Shadow, so I'm just going to be grinding Death Shadow for a while. Thanks, Go to MTG. I appreciate that, though. So I have to Thoughtseize their Necromancer. I guess we start there. Hope they brick on something relevant. Thanks for the follow. Let's get the Necromancer. Let's get this. I think I just get the Swamp out of there. Pass. Weed vibes. They draw something else. Alright, Noble Hierarch, sure, whatevs. So we might actually get paid off for them. Yep. At least we know what their draw step was. Man, I can strop. Yeah, strop. I can strop drawing fetch lands now. Alright, well, let's play out. Let's play out Lagroif and pass. Hopefully our opponent bricks for a turn. Opponent doesn't have any good plays here. Yeah, I don't have bot set up. Fatal Push. Flip. Oh, there's Death Shadow. I think we start getting our beat down on. Opponent doesn't block, unsurprising. Yeah, I will. I need to reset up a lot of things. I have notifications, but they don't work half the time. So. don't be. Kite Sail, Freebooter. Fatal Push, your Howlpack Alpha. Now, you get nothing, my friend. Opponent scoops. All right. I mean, streaming's cool. I'm kind of low key, you know. I've got DSL internet, so I can't stream high quality. I work full time, go to school for grad school for accounting, so I can't really like stream a ton, especially during the school year. I mean, ironically, this is finals week, and yeah, mayor's dead. Game's over. But ironically, I don't think. Okay, so they had Noble and Freebooter. I had a 4-4 and a 4-5. Yeah, currently 3-1. Kind of work do you do? Bullets fly. Yeah, currently 3-1. We've had some weird matchups. Just like straight up weird. Guess I'd like to play first. Alright, so this hand. Death Shadow, Inquisition. I mean, this is a keep. But this hand is weird. Friendly. I generally play friendly leagues unless I'm seriously testing for a tournament. Alright. Oh, Affinity. So, Ornrithopter, Steel Overseer, and Etch Champion. Pretty sure we take Etch Champion. Yeah, I have 7-7 if I wanted, but it's kind of a balancing act against them in particular. Alright. So our opponent... Bizarre. Our opponent has 2 Ornithopters in the hand, but they only chose to cast 1. Alright. A Ravager. Ravager, the master of screwing things up. I think we get Blood Crypt here. Gotta keep that Dismember for... Oh. Well, that had to go and make things a little easier. Thoughtcast and Steel Overseer. So our opponent currently doesn't have colored mana, so I take the Steel Overseer. That was dumb. Meant to cast Dismember first. This is going to be very much bad. Ugh. Well, it was a fun game while it lasted. So I'm pretty sure we're dead here. Yep. Our opponent played this. Actually, yeah, we're dead either way, aren't we? Let's make sure they learn how to attack. Yep, because even if I dismember this one, then I still take 2 and die exactly. Alright. So, ironically got punished for missing on that stubborn denial. Or not leaving it up, not leaving the ability to leave it up. So, get these Ancient Grudges in here. Get this Liliana the Last Hope. Get this, is it Static Caster? What's up, Hida Chief? Been a long time since I've seen you. So, how many green? Is it Breeding Pool out? Godless Shrine in. Now I've got to cut some cards. Dismember feels bad. Probably like 2 Wraiths and 2 Thoughtseize, question mark? Yep. How you been? How you been? Yes, I'd like to play first. Oh, this hand, man. We'll keep it, but this is something else. Cycle the Wraith. Oh, okay. Inquisition's solid card. See how much of our opponent's hand we can blow up here. Scourge, Overseer. Oh my. So, Scourge, Overseer, Spellskite, Opal, and Etched Championes. Guess it's Champion. I haven't seen Spellskite in a minute. I'm doing alright. So, get down to Magoif and pass. Alright, there's the Overseer. It's kind of a risky line. I think they would get the, ooh, ooh, oof. So, I can't get greedy here. I just gotta take, do I get greedy here, or do I... So their hand is Spellskite. Yeah, I can afford to wait on this Kazi's return. That, however, is going to necessitate that I act. Stupid Arcbound Ravager. Guess Galblast could have conceivably killed our guy there. Alright, land's not bad. Well, it just takes it. Another Death Shadow. Alt Scourge is whatever. Force them to make their decision about what they want to do with Ravager now. Or I guess they can redirect to Spellskite. Nope. They just let it die. Sure. So if our opponent doesn't block at all here, they're just dead. Whoopsie, opponent. Alright. Got that game. Death Shadow, man. I think the song of this deck is Living on the Edge. So I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out this morning. My name is Dusk. Been streaming here for a couple months, a little bit more off than on the last couple weeks because of school, but thanks for chiming in. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Playing a little bit of 5-color Death Shadow here. Right now it looks like I still have a blue source in my deck. It's like I took out Breeding Pool and I have a blue card in my deck. But I still have Watery Grave, so it's fine. So any thought to these Thoughtseizes on the draw? I think we're fine with configuration we have. They've shown us a few unusual cards for Affinity. They've shown us Thoughtcast and Spellskite, though I suppose Spellskite does make sense. Keep this hand. Alright, Springleaf Drum. And... Alright, cast Bobble, target my opponent. Relic of Progenitus. That's a nasty little surprise. See an Overgrown Tomb on top. Go ahead and get a... Godless Shrine, untapped. Cycle this Street Wraith. Inquisition seems pretty good. Ravager and Ether Grid. We gotta take the Ether Grid there. Ravagers. No, not yet, Butterfly. We'll hear in a second. Alright, well, we got Souls. Death Shadow. Alright, so you can do that and Ravager. Nope. Alright, sure, whatevs. Why didn't they attack with Signal Pest here? Okay, Fatal Push. Go ahead and grab Blood Crypt here. Play out Death Shadow. Go ahead and Fatal Push this. Alright, for some reason, I'm just feeling I shouldn't, They have something like Stubborn Denial or Spell Pierce here. Alright, well, let's try to Fatal Push this now. Yep, figured as much. Just the way, I was like, wait a sec, that attack would make absolutely no sense, so. No attacks for our opponent here. Fatal Push. Go ahead and attack with Death Shadow. And our opponent blew their... Alright, there's another Signal Pest. I think I just singular block here. Alright, opponent sacks. We save the damage. Ooh. That's a spicy meatball. Alright, so I want to flashback Souls and leave up Fatal Push here. Another Ravager. Let's force some action on your side. See what you want to do here. All right. Terminate's a decent card. Continue attack with the shadow here. Opponent continues to take it. Now, am I supposed to... Guess this is the turn I'm supposed to leave up Grudge. Sure. All right. Hmm. Go ahead and do this. Why did I hit Terminate when I meant to hit Ancient Grudge? There we go. Like, why is it telling me I need that color mana? Alright, so they're going to put that on that. Sure. Grudge this. Delta is going to force a block. This way, if they don't block, they're just dead. Yep. Play out some souls that linger. And pass. Okay, opponent's got an Ink Moth next eye. Chump block. Let's keep our life total as high as possible. Continue pressuring our opponent. What you gonna do with the next eye? Flashback some more souls. Pass it to our opponents. And I'm pretty sure they're just dead now. If not, pretty close. I think we just fetch a... guess going to 5 is pretty safe here. Or 6, sorry. Go ahead and terminate this one. And opponent's just... They concede? Yeah. Looks like they conceded. Alright. 4-1. First go round with a... well, second go round with a deck. Now let's take a look at that list. See what Mr. Duke has to say. Lily's Reverse, Abrupt Decay, 1 Grim Flayer, 2 Teamer Battle Rage, 1 Terminate, 2 Stubborn Denial, Hostage Taker. So, this is more akin to the lists that have been running around with the Double Teamer Battle Rage. One of Grim Flayer is kind of random. I guess it's a 9th threat. Yeah, this is the more Teamer Battle Rage centric list. I honestly have to give it a go before I know if it's any better than the one that's floating around. Hostage Taker feels a little... okay. Hostage Taker feels really ambitious. I'm not sure what matchup you'd want that particularly for. Beyond that, I can get behind the 2 Brutalities. The one matchup we lost to tonight was Burn, which is always hit or miss. Excuse me. Nihil Spellbomb was a one of, kind of eh. But yeah, definitely have to take a look at how his games play out. I'm not going to dismiss any list that Reed Duke puts out because he is a master. So, just take a look at his list, see what he only has 1 Terminate. He's a little late on removal, which is a little concerning. I don't know. I'll watch his videos, see how I did, see what his justification for some of the changes were. But, yeah. I mean, overall, this was our first night grinding with the deck. I've played it before whenever I had access to a bunch of other decks, but pretty sweet overall. The deck's powerful, consistent. We did get a gift win from Scred Red. I'm not going to sit here and lie. They conceded when they had 1 colorless land in play. We had no lands in play and weren't drawing a land for like 3 turns. So, I know from the Scred side, it's not a good matchup, especially with the Tarmogoyfs and the Death Shadows particular build. But I think overall, I like this build a lot. There might be some small tweaks. I'd like to get a Collective Brutality or 2 in the sideboard, but I'm not sure what I'd cut for it. I like the functionality of being able to go get your pump spell. I don't know. We'll have to play this list a little bit more and see what we feel needs changed. But thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. For those of you that are going to be watching this on YouTube later and might be watching this later on Twitch, as I said again before, I was borrowing decks from Mana Traders. Been some problems with their service the last couple days, so I just decided that I was going to do the old-fashioned thing and buy 1 deck and grind with it. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be playing a bunch of awesome decks. We're going to be playing 1 deck until we can get enough ticks and play points to get other decks. So hopefully we'll continue winning and we'll be able to do that pretty quick. Otherwise, we all might get sick of looking at 5-color Death Shadow. But for now, thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. It's cool getting a bunch of different people here in chat. It was fun to chat with some people. And I'm definitely going to have to take a look at Reed Duke's thing and see how it goes. So, hope to catch everyone later. Feel free to hit that follow button if you like what we're doing here on the channel. If not, well, hopefully next time I'll be able to get you to stay and chat with me for a while, and maybe you'll consider following them. And feel free to check out our YouTube channel, which up until now has had a bunch of awesome, diverse content, but for now might be coming 5color-shadow.channel. So, good night, everybody. Have a good evening.